Alright, in this clip we're going to teach you how the general skills necessary to operate a vehicle with a manual transmission. First, I wanted to cover what the basic difference is between a manual transmission and an automatic transmission. There's two things you're going to notice. One, to your right hand, there's actually going to be a stick shift that you can use for gear selection. Secondly, there's another pedal. The third pedal to the left, or the pedal operated by your left foot, is your clutch pedal. What that pedal actually does is it disengages a clutch that actually grabs engine power and translates it back to the transmission that you are using for gear selection. So there's something you kind of got to balance when you're driving a manual transmission. When you shift, you always have to have your clutch pedal pushed down and engaged to disengage engine power. You want to take away the engine power from the transmission, then select a gear. In this case, we're going to want to get going, so we're going to put the vehicle in first gear. The hard part about driving a manual transmission is learning to balance engine power, or your throttle, from your right foot to how much you're letting out with your left foot, which is the clutch. So you're going to slowly pull your left foot out to allow that power transfer to engage to the transmission. If you let out too swiftly, you're going to either peel out or burn the tires out, or you're just going to simply stall the engine because the engine doesn't have enough power to actually get the vehicle going. Getting the vehicle going is the hardest part about manual transmissions. A good exercise to try while you're learning how to drive a manual transmission: get the car on a slight incline and learn to just pick about a 5-foot area that you want to roll up to, roll back from, roll up to, roll back from, and that'll help you to kind of learn a clutch to power balance. Once you get going, every time you feel the vehicle start to rev up a little more, typical normal driving for efficiency, you want to shift around 2,000 to 2,500 RPM. So once you reach that, you actually push the clutch back down, shift the vehicle to the next gear, in this case from first to second gear. Once you do that, you want to slowly let the clutch pedal out again and put your foot back down on the throttle to give yourself some more engine power to get going. To give you an idea of a basic rule of thumb shift points on your standard car, it's going to be about 0 to 15 miles an hour you can cruise in first gear. Anywhere from 5 to 25 miles an hour you can cruise to second gear. Anywhere from 15 to 35 miles an hour you're going to want to be in third gear. From 30 to 45 miles an hour you're going to want to be in fourth gear. And from about 45 miles an hour to about 65 miles an hour and up, you're going to want to be in fifth gear. Most standard transmissions only have 5 gears, although there are a few select cars out there with 6. The difference between those two is your 1-to-1 ratio, or your direct drive ratio. In a 5-speed, fourth gear is always direct drive, meaning that the engine is spinning as fast as the transmission is spinning. In fifth gear, it actually is an overdrive. Overdrive meaning that the engine is actually spinning slower than the transmission is spinning. On all underdrive gears, first through third in a 5-speed, is going to be the engine is spinning faster than the transmission actually is. So they're going to be underdriven. That allows you to get more torque, or get the vehicle going faster. In an overdrive situation, it allows the vehicle to not be over-revved while still going at a high rate of speed. In a 6-speed, fifth gear is actually going to be your direct drive, so your 1-to-1 gear ratio, and the 6th speed, or the 6th gear, is actually going to be your overdrive. No manual transmission has more than 1 overdrive ratio.